Once upon a time, in a village at the foot of Mount Tinjau, there were 10 brothers who were usually called Bujang Sembilan. The oldest is named Kukuban, and the youngest is named Sani. They had an uncle named Datuk Limbatang. Datuk Limbatang also had a son named Giran. One day, Datuk Limbatang visited Bujang Sembilan's house, and that's when Sani and Giran realized that they had feelings for each other. As time goes by, when the harvest season arrived, the village holds martial art fight. Village youth, including Kukuban and Giran, also registered. At this event, Kukuban faced Giran, both of whom were equally strong. However, on one occasion, Giran managed to repel an attack from Kukuban and was declared defeated. This made Kukuban feel annoyed and vengeful towards Giran.
A few days after the event, Datuk Limbatang came to propose to Sani. However, because of Livan Kukumbang Niwas, the proposal by showing the scar of his broken leg. Because of Giran, they also make Sani and Giran sing. The Sin and Giran agreed to meet in the fridge to find a way out. While they were talking, Troning Bragg captured Sani Sarong and Indru his tie Giran, immediately treating with medicinal leaves he had prepared. Suddenly, thousands of people apprehended and accused them of committing an illegal act and were punished. Sani and Giran tried to defend himself but in vain and were immediately paraded to the Sami of Mount out.
Before being punished, Giran prayed that if they were guilty, he would be willing to have their bodies destroyed in the crater's water. However, if they were innocent, the mountain would explode and cause Bujang Sambilan to become a feast. Afterward, Giran and Sani immediately jumped into the crater. A moment later, the mountain erupted violently, destroying everything around it. Bujang Sambilan transformed into a fish. The eruption of Mount Tinjau left a vast crater that turned into a lake, eventually named Lake Maninjau.
Asal-usul Danau Maninjau. Di sebuah perkampungan di kaki Gunung Tinjau, ada 10 orang bersaudara yang biasa disebut Bujang Sembilan. Si sulung bernama Kukuban dan si bungsu bernama Sani. Mereka mempunyai seorang paman bernama Datuk Limbatang. Datuk Limbatang pun mempunyai seorang putra bernama Giran. Suatu hari, Datuk Limbatang berkunjung ke rumah Bujang Sembilan dan di saat itulah Sani dan Giran menyadari bahwa mereka saling menaruh hati. Seiring berjalannya waktu, ketika musim panen tiba, kampung tersebut mengadakan adu silat. Para pemuda kampung tersebut, Kukuban dan Giran, ikut mendaftarkan diri. Di acara tersebut, Kukuban berhadapan dengan Giran. Keduanya sama-sama kuat. Namun, pada suatu kesempatan Giran berhasil menangkis serangan dari Kukuban dan dinyatakan kalah. Hal ini membuat Kukuban merasa kesal dan dendam terhadap Giran. Beberapa hari setelah acara tersebut, Datuk Limbatang datang untuk meminang Sani. Namun karena dendam, Kukuban menolak pinangan tersebut dengan memperlihatkan bekas kakinya yang patah karena Giran. Hal ini pun membuat Sani dan Giran sedih.
Kemudian, Sani dan Giran sepakat untuk bertemu di ladang untuk mencari jalan keluar. Saat sedang berbicara, sepotong ranting berduri tersangkut pada sarung Sani dan membuat pahanya terluka. Giran pun segera mengobatinya dengan daun obat yang telah ia ramu. Tiba-tiba, puluhan orang muncul dan menuduh mereka telah melakukan perbuatan terlarang, sehingga harus dihukum. Sani dan Girang berusaha membela diri tetapi sia-sia dan langsung diarak menuju puncak Gunung Tinjau. Sebelum dihukum, Giran berdoa jika memang mereka bersalah, ia rela tubuhnya hancur di dalam air kawah gunung. Namun, jika tidak bersalah, letuskanlah gunung ini dan kutuk Bujang Sembilan menjadi ikan. Setelah itu, Giran dan Sani segera melompat ke dalam kawah. Beberapa saat berselang, gunung itu meletus sangat keras dan menghancurkan semua yang berada di sekitar. Bujang Sembilan pun menjelma menjadi ikan. Letusan Gunung Tinjau itu menyisakan kawah luas yang berubah menjadi danau dan akhirnya diberi nama Danau Maninjau.
The first chapter in the story is the orientation in the paragraph 1 and 2 about introduction of Bujang Sembilan, Sani, Kukuban, Datuk Limbatan, and Giran, and the emergence of feelings between Sani and Giran. The second is complication in the paragraph 3 until 5 about Kukuban lose to Giran. Her broads a charge and then reject Giran's proposal to Sani. The third climax is in paragraph 6 and 7. Sani and Giran are slandered paraded to the top of Mount Tinjau, and Giran praised before they jumps. And then for resolution is in paragraph 8. The volcano erupts, Bujang Sembilan turns into a fish, and Lake Meninjau is formed.
Moral value. Don't give in to revenge and envy. Al-Hujurat 49 verse 12. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اجتنبوا كثيرا من الظن إن بعض الظن إثم ولا تجسسوا ولا يغتب بعضكم بعضا أيحب أحدكم أن يأكل لحم أخيه ميتا فكرهتموه واتقوا الله إن الله تواب رحيم. All you who beloved, stay away from many prejudices or sins, and do not find fault with others, and do not let any of you gossip about others. Would any of you like to eat the flesh of his dead brother? Of course you will disgust and fears Allah. Indeed, Allah is most accepting of repentance, most merciful. Be fair and don't oppress others. An-Nahl 60 verse 90. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. In that, Allah commands you to uphold justice, to do good, and to give to relatives, and He forbids immorality for doing and transgressions. He entrans you so that you may take heed. The praise of the wrong will be answered. An-Nisa verse 148. لا يحب الله الجهر بالسوء من القول إلا من ظلم وكان الله سميعا عليما. Allah does like the public mentions of evil words, except by one who has been wronged, and Allah is all hearing, all knowing. Bad consequences of injustice. Yunus 10 verse 44. Inna Allah la yadlimun nasa shay'an walakinnan nasa anfusahum yadlimun. Indeed, Allah doesn't wrong the people at all, but it is the people who wrong themselves.